Hi, my name is Rick Perry. I have a web blog at rickcperry.com for pro audio development. So what we do is we do tips and tricks, any kind of problems, issues that techs are running into. I find solutions, and they may not be your solutions. You might not agree with them, but they are solutions. So what we got today is cheap mic stands, and I use them all the time. Got one right here. This is from Musician's Friend. This was part of a deal, 10 mic stands for $99, and the place I was working at, we had bands every single night, and they get broke, and we were buying $30 mic stands, and they were getting broke. So if you're going to break a mic stand, break a $10 one and throw it away. But this is part of the little cannibalism thing that I do, is I'll take the good parts and throw it in the cabinet and hold on to them. And if you need these little nuts and everything, then they're great to have. So, but now the problem, yeah, matter of fact, this one actually is broken right here. Well, the problem that happens with them, see if I can zoom in here or get close, is they have these little crimps here, here, and here. So what happens is that's rotating inside the tube, so you can't unscrew the clip off of there. Now you can loosen the lock and get it off there, but it's still twisted around. So if you've got like a guitar mic or a kick mic or whatever, then the mic wants to droop because it can't stay tight in there. So we have a solution for that. A lot of the stuff I like to show is DIY because it's all about saving money. So if you get you a little cheap, let's see if I can move the mics and move the camera. There's a little cheap drill press, Harbor Freight, $29, $39, something like that. Then over there is a Forstner bit set from Harbor Freight. I don't think it was over 50 bucks. It's fairly cheap. So what I'm going to get you to do is drill. Well, get you some wood. This is poplar. It's 1.5 by 1.5 by 2 foot. I bought this for $2 at Home Depot. Normally on the shelf it's about $5 for a 2 foot stick of it, but it was a killer deal, so I bought 2 sticks of it. So what I'm going to do is you take your Forstner bit and you're going to drill a hole all the way through, and what that does, it gives you a little cradle. See if you can see that. It gives you a little cradle for the stand, and we're going to end up, you know, it'll probably be a few inches long, and we'll be able to put this in a vise, cradle this in, and we're going to re-punch these to tighten them back up. Okay, so I've already drilled the hole just so I could size it, so let's point it towards the drill press here. Now this can be a little tricky going all the way through. So what I'm going to do, it doesn't matter how close to the edge that you start, because you're going to cut it off anyhow. So we're going to backer board for the bottom, but right now I've got this fence set up so that it centers it. So what I'll do first is center it, then put the board underneath so I don't drill into the table. So this is sitting flat up against the fence. Alright. You got to be careful restarting this because you don't have anything to pilot it. If you get it just, you know, if you start it wrong, it's going to go bad very quickly. So if you're not familiar with it, then you can stop it, slowly put it down in the hole. Don't bottom it, but just get it started and then reach up and flip it on. Now you can continue to drill the hole. And stop periodically and let the chips clear. went. Yeah. Okay. Made a nice little mess there. So the Forstner bit creates a nice round hole. I think the camera's focusing on that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we'll plan. Let me back this off here. Oop, wrong way. So if we get an idea of our vise that we want to work with, so roughly 3 inches. So then what I'm going to do is come down here to my piece. So center of the hole will be our first cut. That's just this way of the hole so that when I cut it, it will be dead center. So then we're going to go roughly 3 inches in. And you can make it as tall as you want. That's just where we're going to make it. Alright, let's turn the camera around. And now let's make these cuts. Actually, we'll put you on this side. Safety glasses. Okay, so I'm going to cut the line. Okay, so this is what we end up with. Alright. So now we have a cradle that the stand sits in perfectly. Just lets me sit it down on the bottom part of the vise. And I want this opening as close to the jaws as I can, because that way it's not going to try to tip over and break the piece off. So let me go ahead, since this is rotating, I need to get some pliers out and try to get this off of here. We probably could just sit it straight up here. Matter of fact, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's leave this on here and let's punch it like it is right now. And find me a hammer. I'll just use a claw hammer for right now. Typically not for punches, but we're going to use it for that. So this is where you would actually need some help from people to hold the back up. I'm going to stack some 2x4s. There we go. Just a little high right there. Okay. So now I've got it stacked up. Let's see how much of that you can, yeah, you can see all that. I have this center punch that I got. This is actually a snap-on. Or, yeah, snap-on. But you can get these anywhere. That's the way I sharpen my tips. It stays sharper that way. So what we're going to do, we'll come in here. Get the first hole lined up. Pop it. And rotate it again. Yes, I know. I should have my glasses on, shouldn't I? Sorry about that. third. There's actually not one right here, so we're actually going to put one here. So now, we've tightened it up. So now it's good and tight. So you can go in there and really punch it. Now that the end's off, you can put it like right here on the center, and go in here and in between the punches, punch it again. And then if you really want to be anal about it, you can get some super glue that is like watery, and you can just put it on the edge there, and it'll wick into it and tighten this down, and then it'll be there for good. But I'm going to go in here and punch these all the way around, and this one will be good to go back on the shelf. Now we have another one this size here. This is just a scrap one that I found laying around, and it doesn't fit. It's not the right size, and it doesn't really matter. We just don't want to flat spot it. But I'm going to cut another one just for this size. So yeah, you can see how off that is. I found the other bit. Yep, that's it. So I'll use this one, do the same procedure. I'll have another block for this size here, and I can tighten it. This one's actually tight, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut another block, and we'll punch this one too. So I'll be right back. You know, you can actually just take your brand new stands where they're crimped and crimp them before it even gets loose. So I'm not sure if this is solid or what, or how well this crimps into there. So what we will do next a little super glue. Now, with super glue, you got to remember that a little goes a long way, and oh yeah, we put it on there, and it's kind of bubbled over, and it just kind of drooped in there, so it's wicking in real good. So just put it on there, wait a second, and it'll wick right in. There it went. And that's probably all you need right there. So don't gob it in there. Just let it wick in just like that. Wipe the excess. Now, here's a trick. If you want that to dry instantly, dip it in water for like 10 seconds and it'll instantly dry, but it's not as strong. It's a little more brittle than if you let it dry naturally. So just leave it like that and let it dry. And the lack of oxygen is what cures super glue, so if you'll just leave it there, come back an hour later and put that sucker into service. So there you go. That's my little repair for mic stands. The two blocks, you can label what sizes they are. Put them, you can drill a hole through them and hang them on your wall or whatever. Leave them in your toolbox, and that way you can crimp these edges and tighten them back up and be good to go again. So thanks for watching. If you'd like to, just hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, come to my website rickcperry.com, check out some of the blogs that I write, and we'll see you next time.